Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm in $9,300 of credit card debt and I spent all of August traveling. Here are my tips for traveling on a budget. Obviously, everybody is different. I have a line item in my budget for travel specifically, and I choose to prioritize travel over things like going out to dinner when I'm home, shopping. Most of the things that I spent my money on before, I sort of curbed that spending a lot so that I have more money to do things like travel. So yes, my first tip is to make a budget and figure out exactly how much you have to spend for your trip before you go, and set a daily amount that you'd like to stick to each day. Maybe sometimes it'll be more, maybe sometimes it'll be less, maybe you'll sometimes have a $0 day, but at least you'll go in with some idea of what money you have to work with. My second tip is to pick places that you've been before, which is what I did. I tend to have a lot of time anxiety just generally, but especially when I'm traveling to a new place that I don't have enough time to go all the places I want to go and see all the things I want to see and eat all the things I want to eat. And when you go somewhere where you've already been and maybe you've already done the more touristy attractions and you've been in the restaurants you want to go to, there's less pressure to go all the time, and you can sort of just relax a little bit. Which brings me to my third piece of advice, which is to try and reframe your idea of what a vacation should look like. So if you're like me, and I do have a little bit of time anxiety and I tend to think that I need to be doing something at all times in order to make the most of my vacation. But what I find is that sort of makes it worse. I don't even enjoy myself because I'm so busy worrying that I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. So not putting pressure on myself to get somewhere or do something, and sort of just taking my time, walking around, exploring, going to the grocery stores, which is my favorite thing to do in other countries anyway, is go to the grocery store and see what they have there. So just taking it easy and kind of letting the day unfold instead of trying to plan. But if you are going to plan anything, I would pick one or two places that you really want to try, restaurants that are really important to you, that are the number one places that you want to go, and just go there. And for the rest of the times, you can cook, stay in places where they have kitchens. I stayed in hostels, I stayed at friends' houses, all places where I had access to a kitchen and I could cook myself food, or I could keep things in the fridge to grab yogurt or salad ingredients, things like that. I didn't always stick to that tip, but I tried my very hardest. My next piece of advice is something that I didn't listen to myself, but I will be listening to in the future. This was sort of a learning moment for me, is that it's sometimes worth it to just wait a little longer until you have a specific amount of money saved up, or you have a different job situation, or your life is in a different place where you find an incredible deal on a flight to go on a trip. I think we can tend to be a bit manic, or I won't speak for you, but I can speak for myself, that I think to myself, I have to go somewhere, I have to travel, and I'm on a budget, and here's how I'm gonna have to do it. If I'm traveling, I'm gonna have to stay in a hostel and